This video, I watched this video multiple times, and I've always said I think you can be pro-cop and still say, I think this was over the top. And I've also said that I don't think that there's anybody who dislikes a bad cop or a bad reaction from a cop more than a good cop and somebody who's following protocol. That being said, when I look at that video, I see an officer who he was aggressive. His behavior and just going on this video was decidedly different from those of the other officers on the scene. And I don't know if that's because he was the superior, he was the first on the scene, so it was, he was running it, or what, but they were way different than how he was handling this situation. And you're a former McKinney police officer. What did you think?
When I first saw the video, I mean, thought I was looking at a rookie. Somebody had just been cut loose from training that let the emotions kind of get the best of them, something new to this person. And then as I continued to watch it and saw the other officers, I saw the stripes on his sleeve, which indicated to me he was one of the supervisors. And that really concerned me because he was kind of running around yelling orders, using profanity, which is never appropriate, right, kind of throwing people down to the ground, and he was the one in charge when all the other officers were kind of standing there letting him lead, so to speak.
Right.
And, that is not police officers should not let their emotions dictate how they operate. And the police were called to defuse the situation. And I think what happened was they escalated it by how they were acting.
Right. I want to give, we have a couple of clips here. The first, this is an example of, this is him drawing down. This is really, the tackling of the girl really, that I thought that upset me. And you were concerned with this too, because they had told her, I understand that they were trying to disperse the crowd. There are some that are arguing, well, she stopped dispersing. She stopped walking away, turned around, and began mouthing the cops. So at what point, if you are, and we're going to play this in a second, at what point, when you are mouthing an officer, does it cross the line and then you're taken into custody?
The only time that when you cross the line is if your speech is inciting a riot. So based on what you're saying to the officer would cause other bystanders, not the police officer that you're dealing with, but other bystanders to try to engage into a rioting type atmosphere. Now, we can't hear what she was saying on the video. So, I want to hesitate and stop because, the investigation will try to figure out what prompted Officer Casebolt to take her to the ground based on what she was saying.
Right.
But speech alone that doesn't incite a riot is not justification to be arrested or taken down.
The manner that we're watching here, the manner in which he took her down. Now, I've had some people tell me that this was proper procedure. I've had others tell me this was way too aggressive, way too harsh, especially for the situation. What is your take on it?
My take is on it, again, the emotions of this particular officer were riding very high, and I think he perceived a threat greater than what it actually was. And he was responding to his training. By pulling his weapon, he was perceiving that he was being threatened by the other people that were around. There were other people coming to her aid, but I think one of them was trying to get to the officer going, hey, it's okay, calm down. And you see one of the other officers come down and push his arm down when the officer has his gun out. So, I mean, I didn't like what I saw. Again, this is just one video of the entire situation.
I know, and that's what's troubling.